Yeah, great to see y'all. Another exciting week ahead. We've got St. Thomas this week on Thursday on the road. That's our only match of the week this week. We've got a nice bye on Saturday, which sets us up really nicely for next week. We've got 3 matches at home. We play NDSU on Tuesday, we play Omaha on Thursday, and then we've got our rematch against St. Thomas just a short week later on Saturday. But that's coming off of the weekend that we just had. We were home on Thursday against South Dakota, had a gnarly 5-set battle against them, and then went down to Brookings at SDSU in their new First Bank and Trust Arena. Went forward with SDSU. We were actually the first team this year to take a set off of SDSU at home in their new arena. So some really nice, promising things from the weekends. Lots of really great individual performances. Lauren Perugini, career high again as an attacker with 18 kills, had a double-double against South Dakota. Izzy McCormick had a career high of 26 digs against South Dakota as well. And then Vanessa Emo, who's going to be joining us in a little bit, has been starting for the last 4 matches, and she's hit over 300 in 3 of those 4 matches, and career high against SDSU in kills with 10 on Saturday. So some people that are really doing a nice job stepping up in different roles for us, especially as we get deeper into conference play, and every match is really competitive. So we're excited to keep it going and keep getting better.
That SDSU match, I mean, just what went well for you guys to even take that set from them? What did you like about what you saw?
Yeah, I think one of the, or 2 of the areas that we've been really working on cleaning up is one in our out-of-system attacking. We wanted to be able to stay a lot cleaner in that phase, and we hit 150 on 1-point passes, which was our best match of the year in 1-point pass situations, which was awesome for us to see. The other thing that we've been really dialing in is our ability to be great in terminal in 4-point pass situations as well. And Vanessa was a great example of that. She went out and had 10 kills, hit over 300, and had an awesome match that night. But we've also seen our ability to find Vanessa Washington, another one of our freshmen, be really successful in that phase. And so both in 4- and 1-point pass situations, we were way cleaner against SDSU, which allowed us to have some nice success against them.
Obviously, you've said it a bunch of times, but Summit League, all around is competitive. But obviously, when you play an unbeaten team, just what did you guys learn about yourself, I guess, in that match?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I think it's really awesome. SDSU is having a great year, and they're receiving votes in the top 25 poll. And that's a credit to the fact that the Summit League has gotten a lot better and is getting a lot more respect. When I was at Denver in 2018, we went 27-1 in the regular season, and it wasn't until the second to last week of the season that we were receiving votes. And so it's a credit to the conference as a whole to grow and get better, and the fact that we've got a team that's doing that well and is getting that recognition is really awesome for all of us. But I think playing against South Dakota State specifically, they play really clean. They had, I think it was 10 attack errors in all 4 sets against us, which is really impressive. They do a really nice job just keeping the ball in a lot and forcing you to play volleyball for a really long period of time. And then Sydney Shetnan, I believe that's how you say her last name, has been absolutely dominant for them this year. She's 6'5", and she moves really well, and they find her a lot in a lot of different situations. And she's for sure the most set middle that we've had to play against, which was new because usually we're the team that sets middle more than anybody else in a match.
Yeah. You mentioned Lauren. I feel like every game she's kind of setting a career high this season. But I mean, just what have you seen from her as far as last year to this year?
Yeah, I mean, she's always been a phenomenal 6 rotation player and has been able to perform both offensively and defensively. I think this year we're finding that her toolkit as an attacker is just so much more robust than it's ever been, and that allows her to be effective in system. It allows her to be effective out of system. She's been absolutely crushing it in transition, and her ability to carry the load over a long period of time and do that consistently has really grown as well. And so it's cool to see her in her sophomore year developing so much and knowing that we have even more time together.
With these 5-setters that you guys have been going through, kind of what's the biggest thing that you've learned about this group when you've gone the distance as much as you have against these Summit League teams? Kind of what's the biggest thing that stuck out to you about this group so far?
Yeah, I think that they're fighters and that they grind really hard. The Denver match was a really great example. There was barely a gap of larger than 3 points at any given moment outside of 10-5 in the first set. And so for us to stop people's runs and to battle point for point against really good teams is really encouraging to see. And again, just the conference competitiveness is unbelievable. I mean, Denver goes out and beats St. Thomas in 5 on Saturday as well. And so everybody's capable of beating anybody on any given night. And so for us to be so close this early in the season, knowing that we're going to keep getting better is very encouraging.
When you have these weeks where you just have one game, kind of what's the approach like for that as opposed to, a normal week? And is it kind of a relief, especially after all of the sets in a row that you guys have had to play?
Yeah, it turns out we played a lot of volleyball over the last couple of weeks. I think especially this week, it's it happens to be the case this year that we're the team that gets the bye on Saturday before the 3-match week. And so for us, it's really taking advantage of the fact that we don't have to play Saturday before we turn around and play Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday the following week. And we get to be at home for all 3 of those matches. So really capitalizing on the recovery aspect, making sure that we're taking care of our bodies, but also making sure that we're crushing our schoolwork. Everybody's got midterms and exams going on this week. And so making sure that we can use that extra time to stay on top of schoolwork and still get a good night's sleep and make sure that we don't fall victim to a little fall sickness or flu or anything like that is always really helpful.
Coaches and players will always say when teams are winning, it's almost like it comes easy. The confidence is there, and everybody can be slightly unsettled when you're just narrowly missing out. So is this on the coaches to kind of keep things pointed? Is it the team leadership that kind of digs in here and says, hey, we're right there? And is that who kind of leads it to the next step of maybe getting over the hump over this tough stretch?
Yeah, I think it's all of us, and there's I can't remember who says it, so I apologize. But there's a great quote that winning is a great deodorant, right? It saves you from recognizing the things that stink about your team, right? And for better or worse, we've had a lot of moments where we've gotten to learn a lot in different matches. And so for us, we're grateful for those opportunities. We're grateful for those lessons to show us where we can get better. But ultimately, this team's going to continue to grind and fight the same way they do in 5-set matches. They're going to grind and fight on Monday and Tuesday every single week. And just going out and getting back better and staying true to our process and staying true to who we are.